Hi, I'm Ruth. I'm the outreach nurse at Acorns in the Black Country, and I'm going to be reading a book called The Great Balloon Hullaballoo. In the book there's a shopping list, and we thought to help some children access this on a more sensory level, you might want to gather some everyday household objects together and just help your child explore them. So I'm just going to talk you through the shopping list so that you know what to get together before I read the story. So there's toilet roll on the shopping list. We suggest just using a clean tissue, and let your child explore that however suits them. So you might want to brush it on their arms, on their faces. They might want to scrunch it and hold it. Obviously you know your child and how they will enjoy that safely. Also on the shopping list is a pair of pants. Feel free to use a pair of clean pants if you want. We've substituted a sock, and again just let your child do with that whatever they're going to get some feedback from. There is a balloon, so I would suggest starting off with the balloon blown up, and there's a point in the book where it says about shooting into space with spectacular force. You might at that point want to let the balloon go and whiz around. I'll leave a little pause, so if that's something your child will enjoy, then it just adds a little extra fun element. There are 3 food items on the list, that's cheese, bread and honey. You can mix and match these things if you want, so we haven't got any honey, so we've opted marmalade. For all of them, again, you know your child, so some children may want to nibble on the cheese or the bread. The honey is quite sticky, they might just want a little bit on their hands to feel that, or it might just be that they can smell the honey and the cheese and the bread and get that sensory input that way. Hopefully, whatever you choose to do, we'll all have fun together. The Great Balloon Hullaballoo. Simon the squirrel was off to play ball, but there stood his mum with a list in the hall. Please pop to the shop, Simon dearest, here's money for loo roll. New pants for yourself. Bread. And honey. And one thing that's much more important than these, tonight we've got pizza, so don't forget cheese. So off trotted Simon with Rodney Raccoon. Suddenly Simon said, "Look, it's the moon. Everybody knows that it's made out of cheese. If we jump, we can take just as much as we please." They ran to the lake in a mad gleeful dash, leapt from a tree trunk and landed kersplash. "You pair of daft noodles, the moon's in the sky," laughed Bethany Bear, who stood watching nearby. "No problem," said Simon, "we'll fly to the moon." In old Uncle Somerset's special balloon. "You're all very welcome to go for a ride," said old Uncle Somerset. "Clamber inside, grab a nice cushion, there's plenty to try." Then he untied the rope and they rose in the sky. They shot into space with spectacular force until a great comet, whoosh, blew them off course. "You've gone the wrong way," said a cow with a frown. She had just jumped the moon and was on her way down. "Oh well," Simon said as they sped through the stars, "it looks like we'll have to go shopping on Mars." They landed on Mars and brought honey and bread from a little green man with 3 eyes in each head. Bethany called to her friends, "Look at me, there's a wonderful view from this funny old tree." "Oh, but why is it covered in hairy pink moss?" "Because I'm a monster and boy am I cross." They fled from the monster and headed for Saturn, where Simon tried pants. With a star-spangled pattern. Look at that weirdo, the alien said. On Saturn, they all wear their pants on their head. At the store on Uranus, all shrouded in mist, Simon said toilet rolls next on Mum's list. Of course, grinned the thing with the tentacle face. For loo roll, this planet is just the right place. Right, declared Simon, before we go back, why don't we stop for a drink and a snack? They called in at Pluto for cosmic rock cakes, which they ate at the Milky Way parlour with shakes. On Neptune they hoped to get space fish and fries. Instead all they caught was a scary surprise. Time to head home, give it maximum power, said Simon. Then, yikes, it's a meteor shower. Down poured the meteors, when would they stop? Then, uh-oh, they all heard a sound. It was pop! Don't panic, said Rodney, it's under control. And he climbed up and plonked his rear end in the hole. They drifted back down to the earth with a bump that made Uncle Somerset wake with a jump. Oh, don't mind the puncture, he said, I can patch it, but you'd better run home to your mum or you'll catch it. Imagine the look of surprise on Mum's face when Simon declared, I've been shopping in space. You can tell us about it at dinner time, please, said his mum. I've made pizzas. I just need the cheese. Simon searched in the bag for things on Mum's list. Oops, blushed the squirrel. There's one thing I missed. Cheese! So that was the Great Balloon Hullaballoo. I hope you had some fun with it. Watch it as many times as you want. It might be that your child enjoys it more with a bit of familiarity. There are other things you could do in there. So you might want to clap when I say pop. You might want to get a bit of water when they jump in the lake and flick on your child, or let your child play in some water along at the same time. Again, it really depends on what your child enjoys. And if you can get their siblings involved, if you've got other children, they might want to draw pictures of things. They might enjoy brushing the tissue on their brother or sister. Just use it however you want to use it as a family. There are some gaps. I haven't taught much at the end, so you can talk them through the items and just use it as a way to interact as a family. And I really enjoyed reading it, and I hope you've enjoyed hearing it.